having some technical difficulties tonight. Well, this is Crackhead from Gabblecast and Bell Gabble and Art Bow. And we want to talk about the new show, Midnight in the Crapper. And that'll be coming on July 20th at 10 o'clock. And, there we go. The camera's clearing. And, well, I'm the star of Gab Babble and Bell Gabble, and I'm the queen of that board, and the queen of MV's Drunken Revels, and everybody loves me except for that guy from Pittsburgh, and Open Lines Ferry, and Area 51 Scone, and White Schmo. They hate me. But I don't really care about that because I know that everything I say is true, and everybody loves everything I say. And even when it's a lie, it's still true. And so I will bring my unique witchiness and bitchiness to the open line segment of Art Bell. And Art, you can talk occasionally and say a few words of what you think about the open line callers call in. And let's see what you want to say, Art.
Well, I've never been treated like this by someone on my program, and I'm at a loss for words. I don't know why you would do this to me, Crackhead. I am Art Bell, and I have years of radio experience and Radio Hall of Fame and all of that.
Oh, that's enough, Art. You've said enough. Remember, though, it's all about me, Crackhead, and I will produce the greatest segment of open lines in radio history, and it will be talked about for centuries. And I want to say a few things about that guy from Pittsburgh. For a guy with very little money, he works very hard at producing his videos. He does have a fan following, and I have to admire him for that. And he has his detractors like Palm of Poop and Boaster, who he says has fireman friends. He probably has that guy from In Living Color and who sets himself on fire. That's probably his fireman friend. And or maybe it was, I'm sorry, that wasn't Coast Boaster. That was Maggot who said that. And the other guy, Noria's Ashamed, and who is that guy? Oh God, I know him and I can't think of his name, but he's got an avatar, and he's constantly picking on the guy from Pittsburgh. For a guy with a small income to do what he's done, he's bought equipment, he's bought computers, he goes out and does remotes, he's bought an iPad, which he dropped. He's done a good job for his fans. And he kept his word about going down and seeing Nori in the Nori interview, and that's gotten over 1,700 views, and he's now he's crossed into more money for his videos. Not a lot, but it's going up incrementally, literally every day. So those guys need to shut up and listen to me. They post the same drivel over and over again, the same critical comments of the guy from Pittsburgh. And, when you repeat yourself 40 and 50 times, you look like an idiot. So watch for Midnight in the Crapper with Crackhead and Art Bell. And we will give you the best in late night paranormal radio. And oh yes, I have to say something about George Norrie. On the guy from Pittsburgh YouTube channel, a commentator said he loved George's singing, and even George says, my new career. Well, George, I think you're absolutely right. You have a market there, and you have a brand. Coast to coast is not it. You should quit radio forever and go out on the road, sing karaoke, sing country and western. There's a country and western singer just got shot and killed by a bounty hunter. There's an opening there for you to take the country and western field by storm. And you could, that's sad he's dead, but you could take that. That's a whole new genre for you. You could sing Rawhide or Ghost Riders in the Sky, and maybe you could even do a duet with Tommy or a trio with Lisa Lyons and Tommy and you on stage. Wouldn't that be something to see, everybody? I think so, yes. So, and you could have an appearance. The person could open for you could be the numbers lady, and she could tell everybody your number and people in the audience their numbers and awe them with her wisdom and knowledge of numerology. So I think that would be wonderful. And so I'm going to not only be the queen of paranormal radio, late night talk radio, I'm going to be the empress of late night paranormal talk radio. And in a few weeks, people will forget about Art Bell. And the reason why I say that, of course, is Art Bell is washed up. He's a has-been. He had his chance. He had Dark Crapper on the XM or whatever that thing is. Oh, yeah, Not So Serious XM satellite crap network that, calls keep dropping. There were no international calls. The feed kept dropping. One night in Washington, D.C., their guy with switching equipment left over from Western Union fell asleep, and the whole show went down. And the only guy that could get through was that Josmondo from Australia, and he drove the show into the ground. So, Art, your day is done. Just stay in the background. Go play with your cats. Go on the air with your CB buddies. Go cuddle Asia. Go decorate your Christmas tree. We know you go to Goodwill and get the bargains in February, March, and April, and we know you start early decorating your tree. And then it will be all about Crackhead. And then probably within a month and a half, 2 months, people will totally forget about Art Bell, and they'll just know that they have the new radio star in the heavens, in the firmament, Crackhead, and people will say, "Do you hear what Crackhead said last night? I can't believe it." And that's what other people say, even when I'm on the Gabblecast, or is that Gobblecast? I can't figure out what the hell it's called. And I can't ask MB because he's always passed out under the table or waiting for a cab to take him home to his wife, who is tired of him coming home in a drunken stupor. So, okay, that's it. And I know he doesn't deserve this because he's a has-been, but we'll say it anyway. Free Art Bell. Free Art Bell's bumper music. Free Kathy, who is busy packing and cleaning with Patty like a whirling dervish. And the guy from Pittsburgh was over there to help, and he had to briefly drive the Prius because he had to take his vacuum in to get it repaired and borrow Patty's vacuum. He just vacuumed his living room, and he's now soaking the oven in oven cleaner, the stove, and he's going to do the floor, and he will be getting a storage space next month. And unlike his attractors, he knows how to lay concrete. That doesn't mean he will be the one laying the concrete. It may not be Patty. He'll get someone to help out. I'm sure that he has the gift of gab, and he's very persuasive. So, and if he decides to save the money, he will save the money. And by the way, this morning, he and Patty had a long talk with Kathy, and Kathy didn't like what they said to her about what happens if she moves into another apartment and gets in the mess that hers is. And I know that she needs to rethink how she feels and take it to heart. Okay, and let's see, who else was there? Oh yeah, Open Lines Ferry, Military Injustice, free him, and free the duck, and free Kinandero 81, who keeps leaving the country for mysterious reasons and then wonders why they don't want to let him back in. He's not on any terrorist list, they just don't want to let him back in. Okay, I will say ta-ta, and I will catch you next time. And remember, it's only 4 more days till midnight in the crapper. Have a great evening, and watch the skies. Bye-bye.